Hi, my name is Tosin Coker. I am the author of The Mouth of Babes, a spiritual science fiction novel, but I'm not actually here to talk about that right now. What I am here to talk about is sickle cell. It's an inherited blood disorder found predominantly within people of Afro-Caribbean descendancy. And what that means is it's no longer just black people that have it, not anymore. I'm not here to get into the politics of why so many people remain unaware of sickle cell and its effects. What I am here to do is hopefully contribute to the vast information available by adding my voice to the collective of those who need to be heard. So why would I want to do that? To be honest, I really didn't want to at all. But I was inspired to. The truth is, it shouldn't have taken hearing the voice of a young man on YouTube to do so. I believe a part of the reason that sickle cell is not as widely known of as it should be is because those who suffer from it are often too proud to straight up tell others about the degree to which it really affects us. And yes, I did say us. I too have sickle cell, and pride would have me say that I don't suffer from it, but that would be a lie. The truth is, I suffer from it really badly. Under certain conditions, our red oxygen-carrying blood cells, known as hemoglobin, change shape and lose their effectiveness at, carrying oxygen. The whole collaboration of reduced oxygen supply, bent up-shaped cells, obstructed blood vessels, all amounts to pain. And I'm not just talking about your average headache type pain or, ooh, just stubbed my toe kind of pain. I'm talking about, please take a bat and knock me the hell out kind of pain. Being a mother, the best way that I can relay the pain to at least other women is to say it's similar to being in labour. That is to say, that point in time where you get to that stage where you just want to say, get this baby the hell out of me. I don't give a damn what you have to do so. Okay, I'm talking about that kind of pain. Except the pain of labour has absolutely nothing on the pain of being in a full-blown sickle cell crisis, which is what these painful episodes are known as. Now, having been through 2 labours myself, having 2 children, one of them being completely natural labour, I feel I am qualified to give that comparison. Another comparison would be to say that it's like being severely and brutally beaten up without mercy. Being attacked from all sides, being, beaten not just with fists but with other implements. Some people describe it as a hammering. Some people describe it as being, receiving several blows continuously to particular areas of their body. Some people with sickle cell have localized areas. That is to say, they receive pain in the same area most of the time. For myself, my localized pain is usually my lower back or my legs. It's a lot more difficult to talk about than what I would have assumed. And you'd think that having been born with it and having to live with it for so long, I would be at least used to it by now. The truth is, as I said earlier, I didn't want to talk about it. The reason why I have decided to do so is because I'm more and more realizing that the change that we so wish to see is often instigated by ourselves. And so it would be selfish of me to step back and act like I can cope on my own, and I don't need to have anybody else know about it. I can keep it hidden. Because truth is, it's definitely not something that you can hide, at least not forever anyway. I have on several occasions had been caught out in public in a crisis. As recently as about 2 days ago, actually. On this particular occasion, it wasn't so much the pain that was the problem. It was a severe loss of breath, dizzy feeling. I literally just lost sensation to majority of my body. It's only that pride that I've talked about that kept me going, that kept my head up and able to walk, though of course I believe I must have looked like a real sight in the street. I managed to get myself into a taxi office and request a cab between breaths. I saw in there, from what I could make out, at least about 5 black people there. I can't really say because my sight was just, you know, I was in a mess, a true mess in every sense of the word. And all I could really muster to say is, please, please help, get me home. I was very fortunate that they were so fast acting and they ran to my aid, and you know, one of the members of staff there literally took all my bags off me and, you know, gave me his hand and helped to escort me to his vehicle in order to take me home. It didn't really dawn on me until I had gotten home and somewhat recovered that just about everybody in that place was black. And when one of them were trying to find out exactly what my problem was, what my issue was, very nicely, not accusingly or anything, you know, basically wishing me well, all I could muster to say was sickle cell between breaths. And not one of the people there knew what sickle cell was. However, their fast acting did help me to get back home, where I was able to deal with it myself. The truth of the matter is that that kind of incident isn't unusual. There are many of us that suffer sickle cell anemia, more than you might think. It's actually the 3rd most popular inherited genetic disorder, and yet it is still very unawares to the average person. Believe it or not, it's been very difficult for me to actually speak out about having sickle cell and the effects of the pain and what it's like. While close friends and family know that I have sickle cell, I definitely do not make a habit of revealing it to just anyone. And the biggest reasons for that is because I don't want to be seen as someone who cannot do for self, who is in constant need of other people to rescue me. I don't want to be seen as someone to be looked upon with pity. If anything, I just want to be understood. I want people to be aware so that I won't have to, through pain, be trying to explain this is what to do, this is how to treat me, and no, I'm not a junkie, you know. Because yes, being in pain is extremely frustrating, humiliating, and having people look on you with condescending eyes of, I wonder if she's a junkie, is really not the coolest. So hopefully, if this is one more point from which people can find out a little bit of information and become more informed and more aware, then I guess I'm just going to have to brave up and get to handling my responsibility as one who has sickle cell anemia. Hopefully, I will be able to do that again sometime soon.